Hello and welcome to Electric Bike Report. My name is Pete and this is the new Rad Power Bikes RadWagon electric cargo bike in for testing and review. This is a pretty sturdy cargo bike that can handle up to 350 pounds of payload, and that includes your riding weight. Has the new step-through design here that can fit a variety of rider sizes, the 48 volt 14 amp hour lithium battery with Samsung cells, the 750 watt direct drive rear hub motor with regen braking, and a lot of other interesting features. So this is a video overview, and I'll have a full review for you at electricbikereport.com. So with that, let's get into the details. Okay, so first of all, we'll take a look at the sturdy aluminum frame. This is a 6061 aluminum frame, and you can see that they've really put a lot of attention to detail in the rear rack structure. It sort of has a truss-like look to it, and the overall bike can carry 350 pounds of payload, which is your weight plus any cargo weight. And on the back, the rear rack can support 120 pounds of cargo weight. The side rails here can support 40 pounds each, and overall, you know, there's just a lot of different ways that you can carry the cargo. There's kid seats that can go on the back here, as well as a basket. There's bags that can come down on the side to carry groceries and other gear. So a lot of different options. Rad Power Bike sells a lot of different accessories, including a front rack or basket option. There's a couple different options for a flat rack or basket that bolts right onto the head tube there at those 4-bolt connection point. So really solid, sturdy connection. This is a steel front fork here, and there's a little spring that helps to just provide overall stability. You know, some of these cargo bikes, they're a little bit longer, and this is actually more of a mid-tail, so it's somewhere between the wheelbase of a traditional bike and a long-tail cargo bike. So it has some nice maneuverability compared to some of the longer bikes, but it still has this spring to just help stabilize the front end when you're carrying some heavier cargo and such. Also to note is in 2018 they went with this design where the down tube comes down significantly, so you've got a bike that can fit riders between 5'2" and 6'2", and that's a pretty nice thing, you know, when you've got a couple sharing a bike and they might be different ride heights and preferences. So you can see that the seat post is quite adjustable there. Same thing with the handlebar stem. The angle is very adjustable, so you can really change the reach and height of it. Also, they've gone with these really swept back handlebars, so it provides a really comfortable feel, pretty stable overall, and can be very upright if you want it to be. You can also adjust it so it's a little further down for a little more performance ride position, but overall just a lot of ability to adjust the bike to fit just the way you want it to. And here's a closer look at some of the reinforcing tubes. You can see the, you know, here you can see the attention to detail to add some additional tubing just to really stiffen things up and provide a solid platform for carrying this cargo. So and on the back here, this is the controller that sits right back there in the tubes, and then the battery. We'll get into that a little bit more, but overall that's a closer look at the frame there. So here's a look at the new 48 volt 14 amp hour lithium battery pack. This uses Samsung cells, and it's a pretty high capacity pack. That's 672 watt hours. On this side, this is the charging port, so you just remove that cover and there's the charging port. You can charge the battery on the bike or off the bike. And on this side here, that's the lock, so you unlock it and slide the pack up and off of the frame. And the location's really nice. It's centered and low on the bike, so that really helps for overall handling and balance of the bike. So removing the battery pack is pretty easy. You just unlock it with one of the supplied keys and pull it up and off of the frame right there. You can see the mounting structure, pretty straightforward, and the frame actually has a flat area for that battery mount. And then installation is basically same in reverse. Basically just put it back there, lock up the battery, and you're good to go. So here's a look at the battery and charger, and the charger is about the size of a laptop charger, and the battery can be charged on or off the bike, and it takes about 7 hours to completely charge from empty. So here's a closer look at the Shengyi 750 watt direct drive rear hub motor. It's a little hard to see because there is some plastic covering the rear wheel, and that helps to prevent any kind of cargo items from getting into the rear spokes of the rear wheel there. This motor is just really smooth and quiet. It offers up to 40 Newton meters of torque, and one of the interesting things is it has regen braking. So as you engage the brake levers, even before the mechanical disc brake takes effect, the motor basically switches to a generator to slow the bike down, capture some of that energy, and recharge the battery pack. So helps to extend the range and helps to sort of scrub off some speed. It doesn't, it's not a full stop braking. The disc brakes handle that part of things, but helps to just recapture some of that energy. And that's one of the nice things with a direct drive motor, is that you can do that. Anyways, you can find out more in the full review, but this is definitely a highlight of the bike. Has just a really smooth and quiet ride feel. So in addition to the regen braking from the motor, the main stopping power comes from the Tektro Aries mechanical disc brakes. And these feature 180 millimeters both on the front and the back of the bike, and they provide quite a bit of stopping power. So the RadWagon offers 21 different gear selections. There's 3 chain rings on the front and 7 cogs on the back, and this is the Shimano Altus rear derailleur that's hidden right back there. And it's a pretty good gear range for an electric cargo bike like this. So here's a look at the handlebars. These have that swept back profile for a really comfortable and pretty easygoing ride feel. The grips here have some wrist support. Kind of the wings here on the ends provide that ergonomic wrist support. The disc brake levers have sort of a rubber grippy surface here, so they work well in all sorts of weather conditions. The bell is built right into the brake lever there. This is the front derailleur shifter, so you've got 3 different options there. This is the control pad, so you've got your up and down arrows that change the pedal assist levels, and you can see that there's 5 different pedal assist levels right there, so you can cycle through those, and then 0 is just no pedal assist. You've got information on the battery level, the odometer. You can hit the mode button, see the trip distance. You've got your current speed, and then watts. This is the amount of power the motor is providing in the pedal assist. And there's also the backlight option. It's a little hard to see here in the sunlight, but when you turn the headlight on, which the headlight's right there, the backlight for the display comes on too. So it's a nice feature for riding in low light or dark conditions. There's also a USB charging port just under the display for charging a smartphone or tablet when you're out and about. And then over here, this is the 7-speed rear derailleur shifter and the throttle, and that has the on-off button. So you can choose to have the throttle engaged or not. If you just prefer pedal assist, just leave that off, and if you twist the throttle, nothing happens. So it's a nice safety feature there. And then the Tektro rear brake lever, and then that grip on this side. So here's a look at the Velo Plush saddle. This has a pretty nice, comfortable profile and sort of a center leaf section there. And then on the back here, you can see that there's a handle, so that makes picking the bike up and maneuvering it with the seat just a little bit easier. Tires, these are a 26 by 2.3 inch wide, and they have a pretty nice tread pattern for good all around efficiency around town, but they also have these kind of shallow, knobbier treads for some off-road riding, and these are spec'd both front and rear. So this is a 300 lumen headlight that runs off of the main e-bike battery, so you don't have to worry about charging separate batteries or changing them out. And then just below that is a reflector as well. And on the back of the bike is a light that is powered by 2 AAA batteries, and it has a flashing and a solid mode. Alright, so that is the overview of the Rad Power Bike's RadWagon electric cargo bike. Make sure you check out electricbikereport.com for the full review, and that includes a bunch of detailed pictures, specifications, ride characteristics, range test results, pros, cons, and overall thoughts, all at electricbikereport.com.